Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Dorion Renaud, and welcome to the In Crowd.
About time, little jerk.
Oh, I deserve that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
All right, just come on. Oh, okay.
Okay. Just handsy.
Today, we're interviewing a really special friend of mine, Miss Lauren London. She's an actress, she's a producer. She's actually one of my spiritual coaches in life. What's up?
And sexologist.
And sexologist and many other things and, you know, all of that. What do you do when you wake up in the morning?
Well, I have a 6-year-old waking me up every morning.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
Right.
So I make him breakfast, I make him his lunch, and I get him to school. When I'm by myself and I get like some me time, I like to like play like Hathaway and Baker. I like to light my incense.
Yeah.
Just have like a candle on and just like walk around the house.
Right.
Or maybe turn on TD Jakes.
Right.
Turn a page in a book. And then days where I'm feeling like somebody might have me.
Right.
fucked up, I'll turn on some Tupac or like some Beanie Siegel.
Okay.
Or like, you know, just get it like if I have to be more out here for the world.
So we got some questions from Twitter.
Yeah.
And one of the questions was, which one of Tupac songs was your favorite?
Oh,
And why?
I guess the first one that comes to mind is Me Against the World. That song was like the first song that as like a young teen growing up I kind of related to. Sometimes you really do feel like it is you against the world. I know that's so like, ooh, me against the world.
No.
Like, I love Ambitious of a Rise. There's so many songs, but that would be like first.
Do you think it's really important for you to show the world, you know, that I'm an LA girl, this is what I do, this is who I am, you know, versus trying to take the more commercial lane?
Yeah.
Because I noticed that you always have stayed true to being you.
I just have to be authentic. I think trying to hold up an image that's not who I am, that would be a lot of pressure.
Right.
You know, life is hard anyway, and it's like I don't want to put out any like false images out there to anybody that might be looking up to me. I am just who I am. I hope one day I can be Miss Paris.
Right.
I think it's like a misunderstanding with LA. Like you grow up in LA and they think you're like in the Hollywood scene, but I had never seen the Hollywood sign until I got older and drove myself there. That wasn't the reality of my life growing up in LA.
Yeah, you're from LA, but like your first role, which just happened to be iconic, was Nunu and ATL, and you know it's kind of the role that you can't let go of because it's so big and it follows you. What prepared you to play that role at that time, and do you see yourself growing and have grown as an actress since that time?
I used to really like try to like separate myself from that. Like that's not me.
Yeah.
That's not my name. But I'm like, no, this character actually gave me life. It actually changed my life. So I embrace it now.
Technically, you weren't even really like known at that time. You were a new actress, right? You've done like videos and stuff like that. But so you were like a new girl. So going from that to now, you know, you just did The Perfect Match, which will be out on March the 11th. And, you know, preparing for a role like that, was it any different being like a new actress now to being a seasoned actress preparing for this role? And tell us about the role.
My first role was, I felt like I was shitting bricks every day.
Yeah.
Like, every day, so I was like, I'm not enough, I suck. No one's gonna believe me.
Right.
This is horrible. Now, as a woman, period, I'm 31, so from 20 to 31, I am more confident in myself. I know no one can take away what God has given. So I walk into every situation like it's meant. I'm here. I have something to offer it rather than the world's on my, like, you know, I hope the world likes me. I don't really walk with that anymore. The Perfect Match, my character is hilarious. Her name is Ginger.
Okay.
Fits perfectly.
Right.
I'm really different from my character though. I always play these women somehow that have nothing to do with like who I am.
Right.
But my character is best friends with Terrence J's character, Charlie. Okay. And my character is kind of like the Jiminy Cricket of relationships to him.
Okay.
Like, you need a good girl. You need to settle down. You need to like be, you know, love and be present. And he's like, nah, I'm a player. But it all comes around to where my advice made sense to him later.
But I feel like you do that in real life though. Like you, to me, I feel like You give me really sound advice.
Am I your Jiminy Cricket?
You're my Jiminy Cricket.
Okay.
I can come to you when I need a solid ear. If I'm irrational,
yeah.
you know how to calm it down and be like, listen, which is crazy because you kind of are irrational too, but you know how to calm down other irrational people.
But that's why I can, because I see the craziness in myself
Right.
and you, and things I tell
Right.
myself, it's easier to tell somebody else. It's
Right.
so much easier to give it out
Yeah.
than just say it.
Do you feel like social media has affected the way that you view Hollywood and vice versa, the way that Hollywood might view you?
Yeah, I think nowadays a lot of people that have a lot of followers,
Yeah.
You get a role because of your popularity,
Right.
not necessarily if you're right for the role.
Right.
But I'm not like downing or like, I feel like to each his own, and it's an abundant universe and it's out there for everybody.
Yeah.
But it is much different than it was when I came in. Like, you had to have an agent, you had to have headshots, you had to have a resume.
Right.
You had to bring that with you
Right.
to these auditions.
Yeah.
And nowadays it's really, it's not that, it's changed. The business mode has changed in that way. I don't want to feel like I have to keep up or that I have to change who I am and what I do for it. It's
Right.
like, if you fuck with me, you do, and if you don't, you don't.
Right.
Can I curse?
You could curse, yeah. This is us. We're talking. The in crowd. This
Right.
is what we do.
Right.
So, with the whole Oscar controversy that's
Yeah.
recently happened, we all saw Chris's opening monologue, and he kind of, dissed, Will and Jada in the monologue.
Right.
He kind of talked about a lot of different things. Did you feel like it was necessary for them to add so much, black culture every time every 5 minutes in the Oscar, or was it something that kind of needed to be quiet and just we make a move as, actors and actresses and impact it that way? How did you feel like that needed to be handled in your best way?
I think that Chris Rock probably did the best that he could do.
Right.
And where he sat, that's how he saw it.
Right.
But I do think that the world period is at a really sensitive time with race.
Right.
It's very sensitive right
Right.
now. I've never felt so sensitive being black as I do right now
Right.
in America. And it's like,
Right.
are we going back?
Right.
What's going on?
Right.
It
Right.
feels, even the fact that there was so much controversy about the Oscars.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, we're like, there are statements that we have to make and that we're making, but I mean, I really don't feel like that was a surprise. Are we surprised?
Yeah, not at all. We all aspire as performers to be at that level, and we
Right.
want to be recognized. So it's important to hear. So we have one more
I mean, I
Twitter.
don't know about you, but God has my final say.
He got mine too.
So I'm not
What's
worried
up,
about
God?
what,
Me either.
They can do whatever
They don't
they
control
want.
nothing.
Because he would say when
Amen.
and where.
Amen. So we have one more final question from Twitter, and it's one that I actually want to know too. I'm very interested. If you had one album that was the soundtrack to your life, which one would it be and why?
That changes because I've changed.
Well, right now, let's say.
Right now, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Okay, I was just listening to that the other day.
Yeah, it
Why?
used to be All Eyes on Me.
Okay.
It used to be, but I feel in that album, her song to her son,
Yeah.
I can relate to.
Right.
There was an aggression in certain songs, like she was strong, showed her strength, and then she showed her vulnerability.
Yeah.
I feel like as a woman, I'm just all of those things now.
Right.
I'm strong, I'm aggressive, I'm vulnerable, I
Okay.
love hard. There's so many songs in there that I can just ride out to.
Right.
But yeah, I would say Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Right. So if y'all want to get her a birthday gift this upcoming year, send her a signed copy of that. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I really appreciate you sitting here with me, not only as a friend, but, as a colleague.
Yeah.
And I really look up to you. You know that. I really admire how you live your life and how you manage yourself in this business. And I'm so happy to call you a friend.
Oh, I love you.
So I love you too.
Oh,
Thank you
you're
for
so
coming on the
good.
Improv.
You know you're so good. Look at you.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to the In Crowd. Thank you so much, Lauren London, for being my special guest of honor and my first guest on this new. Yeah,
Oh,
you are like my first guest on this particular program. So you like blessing the space. But you got to make sure you guys go and check her movie out. It comes out on March the 11th,
Yes,
right?
Perfect
The Perfect Match. It stars her, another good friend of ours, Cassie, and Terrence J. It's gonna be great. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
And we're gonna continue to elevate the In Crowd.
Elevate.